Hi children, I am very glad to meet you all. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Today we are going to deal with worksheet number 14 and page number 18. Students, shall we practice the worksheet? Again I repeat, worksheet number 14 and page number 18. Shall we practice the worksheet? Yes children, look into the picture and say what you are seeing. Yes, it's a dot and it's a semicircle, isn't it? No children, we have to call it as a full stop. We have to call it as a full stop and the second one as question mark. My dear children, look at the slide and say what you are seeing there. Yes, two dots and a dot with comma. Is it right children? No, you shouldn't say like that. You have to say this as colon mark and semicolon mark. Okay children, let us move on to the next slide. My dear children, just look at the slide and say what you are seeing there. Yes, I think you got practiced. Yes, it's a quotation mark. The very first one is double quotation mark and the second one is single quotation mark. The third one is an exclamatory mark. My dear children, in the previous slides, you saw some pictures. What do we call that? Yes, you are right. You have to call that as punctuation marks. What's that? Punctuation marks. So, in this worksheet, we are dealing with punctuation marks. Do you remember what punctuation is? Shall we discuss the punctuation marks again? Yes. Punctuation is very important in our speaking and writing. Dear children, punctuation plays an important role in speaking as well as writing. My dear children, listen carefully. Without punctuation marks, we will not be able to understand the meaning of any sentence and expressions. If you use the punctuation marks wrongly means, what will happen children? Yes, when punctuation is not used, what will happen? See these examples. Boys eat the apples. Boys eat the apples. So both sentences are same. What's the difference children? In the first one, we call the boys and ask them to eat the apples. In the second one, the boys eat the apple. In the second one, the boys eat the apples. The punctuation plays an important role. Okay, so you have to use the punctuation marks very correctly. There are many punctuation marks. Now, let me explain the punctuation marks children. Just listen. The very first one is comma. The very first punctuation mark is comma. The second one is colon. The second one is colon. The third one is semicolon. And the fourth one is double quotation mark. The fourth one is double quotation mark. The next one is apostrophe. The next one is apostrophe. So in this slide, we discuss the names of the punctuation marks. I repeat, comma, colon, semicolon, double quotation mark and apostrophe. There are also some other punctuation marks. Yes, the next one is full stop. The next one is full stop. Next to full stop, question mark. Question mark. Next to that, dash. Next to that, dash. Next to dash, one more punctuation mark, that's hyphen. What's that? Hyphen. Next to hyphen, brackets. Brackets. Next to that, capital letters. Next to brackets, capital letters. So in this slide, we are seeing the punctuation marks, full stop, question mark, dash, hyphen, brackets and capital letters. Okay children, What are the punctuation marks we discussed? Yes, very good. You are right. Comma, colon, semicolon, double quotation mark, apostrophe, full stop, question mark, dash, hyphen, brackets and capital letters. So, just list out the punctuation marks, children. Yes, there are many punctuation marks. We are discussing that. Now, we are going to see the usage of punctuation marks. You already seen the capital letters. Where we have to use the capital letters? Yes, you are right. We have to use the capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. The capital letters, you have to use the capital letters at the beginning of every sentence. So, the beginning word must be begin with the capital letter. Then, the first letter of the proper noun. The capital letters must be used in the first letter of the proper noun. Then, the capital letters must be used in abbreviations. In abbreviation, children, all the letters must be in capital only. You should remember, children, in abbreviations, all the letters must be in capital only. We have already discussed the proper noun refers to specific person, place, thing and animal. Do you remember, children? We already discussed that proper noun refers to specific person, place, thing and animal. The first letter of the proper nouns are always capitalized in English. Okay, children? Just look into the picture. Proper noun is a specific name for a person, place or thing. Just look into the first picture, children. Are you able to see a girl? Yes. Her name is Ronnie. So, Ronnie is a proper noun. So, the first letter must be capital, children. Next, are you able to see a place, children? What's that? Yes, it's Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple. So, the temple located in Madurai. So, the name of the place is Madurai. So, we have to use capital letters. So, in the second picture, what are you seeing, children? Yes, it's Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple. So, we had already seen that the first letter of the place must be in capital. Next, see the next image, children. What's that? It's a teddy bear. What's that? It's a teddy bear. So, the first letter T must be in capital. While using the punctuation mark capital letter, we have to use the first letter in capital for proper nouns, place and things. Here are some more examples for proper noun, children. Just look into that. I just read the names of place, persons and thing. The very first word is Ram. It's the name of a person. So, the first letter of Ram must be in capital. The second word is Chennai. So, it's name of a place. So, the first letter must be in capital. The third word is English. So, the first letter must be in capital. The fourth word is India. Yes, you all know India is our nation. So, it's the name of the place. So, the first letter must be in capital, children. The punctuation marks, we have to use all the letters in capitals. What's the, children? Yes, you are right. It's abbreviations. So, in abbreviations, we have to use all the letters in capital only. Just look into that, children. What's that? The very first one is I, S, R, O. I, S, R, O. Before we see the explanation for the abbreviation, we have to see what does abbreviation means. Abbreviation means shortened form of a word or phrase. Abbreviation means shortened form of word or phrase. As these are abbreviations, all letters are in capital. Look into the, children. The very first example is ISRO. We have to call this as ISRO. What's the explanation for ISRO, children? Yes, you are right. ISRO means Indian Space and Research Organization. Indian Space and Research Organization. The second one is WHO. Who? Who means what, children? Yes, you are right. Who means World Health Organization. World Health Organization. The third one is PC. What's that, children? PC means personal computer. So, you are all attending the online classes, children. By which mode we are attending? We attend the online class through a cell phone or our PC. So, PC means personal computer. The next one is TNEB. What's the explanation for TNEB, children? Yes, you are right. Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. The last abbreviation, children, CD. CD means compact disc. CD means compact disc. So, in abbreviation, all the letters must be in capital only. The next punctuation we are going to see is comma. The next punctuation we are going to see is comma. Comma is used to separate the words and sentences. Where we have to use the comma, children? Yes, you are right. Comma is used to separate the words and sentence. There are some rules to be used while using the commas. Shall we see that, children? Yes. We use commas to separate 3 or more words written in a series. Whenever we write 3 or more words in a series, we have to use commas. I like to eat apples, grapes and bananas. Here, apples, grapes and bananas are set of words, different words. So, you have to use commas for that. I like to eat apples, grapes, bananas. Okay, children? Now, I think you understand where we have to use commas. The next punctuation mark we are going to see is question mark. Very important thing, children. Question mark. All children are fond of asking many questions. Usually, children ask many questions. I think you also fond of asking many questions. Am I right, children? Yes. We know well where to use question. We know where to use question marks because we children always raise questions. So, you all know where to use the question marks. Children, we discussed some punctuation marks. Now, let us move on to the questions in our workbook. Okay, children, the very first question. We live in dash. We live in dash. Here, we have to write the name of our country. We have to write the name of our country. We are provided with 4 options. We are provided with 4 options. You have to choose them correctly. You have to choose them correctly. Let me explain the 4 options, children. You have to decide what's the correct answer and you have to write it in your workbook. Shall I explain, children? Yes. The very first option is India. Look at the word, children. See the letters. All the letters are in lowercase. We can call it as small letter. In the first option, all the letters are in small letters. The second option is also India. In that, the first letter is in capital and remaining are small letters. In the third option, the first 2 letters are in capital and the remaining are in small letters. In the fourth option, the first two letters are in small letters and the remaining three letters are written in capital. Now I think you are able to guess the answer, children. Yes. Whenever we write the name of a place, how we have to write, children? I have told you already. So keep that in mind and write the correct answer in your workbook. Now come to the next question, children. Then question number 2. Here a riddle is given. I think it's easy for you to solve the riddle. I think it's very easy for you to solve the riddle. There are some clues to find the answer. Shall we read? There are some clues to find the answer, children. Shall we read the clues? Yes. The very first clue is I am a punctuation mark. I am used at the beginning of a sentence. I am used at the beginning of the sentence. And I am used at the beginning of proper noun and abbreviations. I am used at the beginning of proper noun and abbreviations. Who am I? I have told you already, children. Yes. Keeping that in mind, you have to write the correct answer. Okay, children. Come to the next question. Question number 3. Abbreviation should be used in capital letter or small letter. Find the correct abbreviation, children. The third question is on abbreviation. You have to find the correct abbreviations. I have already told you in abbreviations what letter we have to use. Yes, the guess made by you is very correct. So find the options, children. The very first option, option A, MBBS. So in these 4 letters, the first letter is in capital and remaining are in small. The second option, also MBBS, in that except the second letter, remaining 3 are in small letters. Except the second letter, the remaining 3 are written in small letters. The second letter is written in capital letter. The third option, MBBS, in this all the letters are in capital. In this abbreviation, all the letters are in capital. The last option, D, MBBS. In this abbreviation, the first 2 letters are written in capital and the remaining 2 letters are written in small. So, keeping the just recall the rule for the abbreviation and choose the correct answer, children. Okay, come to the next one. The question number 4. A picture is given and you have to frame a sentence. A picture is given, you have to frame a sentence. Already you are aware of this. Please look at the picture carefully because you are going to frame some sentences. Shall we write? Don't worry, children. I will guide you. Okay? To write some sentences, I will guide you, children. So, don't worry. I will ask you some questions about this picture. If you listen to me, you will be able to complete it. I will ask you some questions about this picture. If you listen to me, you will be able to complete it. In this picture, children are playing. What are the things, persons and playing things you are able to see, children? Yes, there is a seesaw, there is a slope. We can able to find a car. We can able to find a ball. Some boys are playing, some girls are playing. We can able to see some trees, birds, some buildings, parks. Okay, children, see the pictures and answer the question carefully. What is the boy doing? Yes, the boy is driving the car. What's in the sky? The sun is in the sky. You are right, children. What's the girl doing? The girl is playing in the swing. The girl is playing in the swing. Where's the girl standing? The girl is standing on the grass. Excellent, children. You are framing the sentence very correctly. Do you like this? This question is your choice. By using this format, you will be able to frame sentences. Now you are done with the picture representation. Children, I hope you find out the answers for the worksheet number 14. Let us move on to the next worksheet, worksheet number 15. All of you take the page number 20, children. Yes. Rewrite the sentences using punctuation. All of you look at the first question. Pandi looked Nandini. Why are you sad? Pandi looked Nandini. Why are you sad? You have to fill this sentence using punctuation mark. Look at the sentence, children. The sentence is without punctuation mark. We have to use the punctuation mark. We already know where to use the punctuation mark. Okay, children? We already know where to use the punctuation mark. So, keeping that in mind, you have to use the punctuation marks in this sentence. Now tell me how to write the proper noun. How to write the proper noun, children? Yes, the proper noun starts with the capital letter. You are right, children. The proper noun starts with the capital letter. Here, they have given small letters. You have to find the proper noun and change it. In the given sentence, they have given in small letter. You have to find the proper noun and change it. Now add another two punctuation. This is comma and question mark. Find out where to use the punctuation. Excellent, children. You are doing great. Come to the next question. Question number 2. Find the meaning of underlined word with the help of the dictionary. You have to find the meaning of underlined word with the help of the dictionary. I think you all know how to use the dictionary, children. Yes. With the help of the dictionary, you have to find the meaning of underlined words. Shall we read the question, children? He grabbed her bag. He grabbed her bag. In this sentence, the word grabbed is underlined. You have to find the meaning. You have to find the meaning of the word grab with the help of the dictionary. Shall we do it, children? Yes. Come to the third question. Here, 4 options have been given. For the third question, you are provided with 4 options. You have to choose the correct one. Use the dictionary and get the meaning of 4 underlined words. In the previous question also, we used the dictionary, children. Yes. For this question also, you have to use the dictionary and find the meaning of 4 underlined words. Shall I read the question, children? Yes, listen. Nandini's friends pestered her with 100%. Nandini's friends pestered her with 100%. Here, 4 options are given. So, the underlined word is pestered. So, with the help of the dictionary, you have to choose the correct option for the word pestered. Let me read the options, children. The very first one, teased. The second one, loud. Third one, shouted. Fourth one, asking for something repeatedly. Okay, children. For pestered, you have to use the dictionary, and from the given 4 options, you have to choose the correct answer. Okay, children. Shall we move to the 4th question? Here, you have to find out same meaning for this sentence. Here, you have to find out same meaning for this sentence. There are 4 options, children. You are provided with 4 options. Find out which one is correct. Okay, let us read that question. The question is, Nandini's eyes glued to the ground. Nandini's eyes glued to the ground. So for this question, for this sentence, you have to find out the similar sentence with the 4 options. You have to find out the similar sentence. Let me read the options, children. Then you have to find out the correct one. The very first option is Nandini's eyes away from the ground. Nandini's eyes away from the ground. The second one, Nandini did not see the ground. Nandini did not see the ground. Third option, Nandini's eyes fixed to the ground. Nandini's eyes fixed to the ground. The fourth option, Nandini did not look at the ground. Nandini did not look at the ground. So, in the question, Nandini's eyes glued to the ground. So, for that, you have to choose the correct sentence which is similar to the given sentence. So, find out the meaning of the word glue in dictionary, children, and choose the similar sentence. Come to the next one. Here is a role play. After reading this, you have to demonstrate like Nandini and Pandi. Shall we read? Enact the role of Pandi and Nandini. Here, they had provided a conversation, children. Pandi, why are you looking sad, Nandini? Pandi is asking Nandini, why are you looking sad, Nandini? For that, Nandini is replying, I missed 2 of my teeth. I missed 2 of my teeth. For that, Pandi raises one question, why do you worry about that? Why do you worry about that, Nandini? Nandini is saying, everyone will tease me. She loses her teeth, no? So, everyone will tease me. For that, Pandi consoles Nandini as, don't worry, Nandini, they will grow soon. Don't worry, Nandini, your teeth will grow soon. Nandini, is it so? Thank you, Pandi. For that, Nandini is replying, is it so? Thank you, Pandi. Okay, children, we have completed the worksheet. I think you understood the concept well. Do well, students. Have a nice day. Thank you. Okay, children, you have to remember in this pandemic period, you have to wear masks, sanitize your hands properly, and you have to maintain the social distance. Then only we can eradicate the coronavirus. Thank you, children. Stay safe. Stay at home. Thank you all.